Friday. Listen, Miami, you know what it is. When it's this time of year, we are so hot and it is beautiful outside. Are you ready for our nation's birthday? Yes, United States is celebrating 250 years. America 250. Yes. And it's exciting. There's going to be a lot of different events going on. Check your city. I know all around Miami, we have a mixture of the World Cup going on, which has been super exciting. I can't wait to talk about that. The big match today, the phenom that we have seen take the World Cup by storm, Cabo Verde, will take the stage today against Argentina. Argentina versus Cabo Verde. They are, I don't know, underdogs is just not going to cut how vastly ranked Argentina is versus. My phone want to drop today. Hey phone, hey everybody on the YouTube side. For some reason, everybody wants to text me right now while I'm on the air. And yeah, don't do that, guys. I'm on the air every day. Welcome, this is the Suzette Speaks show. I come to you live every day from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I am your hostess with the mostest. I like to give you news. I like to give you information. I like to talk about top news stories. Yeah, all of a sudden, you know what's happening, guys, in my real life? I am the head planner for my family's two big events for the July 4th weekend. One being a huge barbecue. We're doing a picnic, cookout. We don't like to use the word picnic because we say that has a lot of bad historical connotations. So we say cookout, right? A barbecue family gathering. And I am in charge. So everybody's still texting me what to order from Costco, what to order from Sam's. Praise God that we have the ability to do these things, right? Even though, again, our country is not perfect by any means. But the freedom we have to enjoy one another, to celebrate this day of freedom, right? Remember what it stands for. This is marking when we gained independence from England 250 years ago, 1776. So this is our, what is the word? Sesquicentennial, 250th birthday of our country and our freedom, right? And we're going to exercise it this weekend. Are you going to be outside? Yeah, I will be outside for sure. I have, like I said, my family gathering that's going to take up all my time and energy. Your girl is already tired. I can't. I told them one more trip for me. I did Hobby Lobby for decorations. I did Dollar Tree for decorations. I did Publix already. Sam's already. I am doing one more trip. That's it. Publix alone. Anybody else want to bring stuff? And I got to go get ice in the morning. Hey, this will happen when it's your turn. But anyway, I'm excited. How are you doing? I want to know, what do you have planned for this holiday weekend? Like I said, the round of 32 matches that are scheduled for today. Listen, we're trying to see what is happening with Australia versus Egypt today at 2 p.m. World Cup today. Colombia versus Ghana. Let's go. The Black Stars at 9:30 p.m. And tomorrow, no, let's stick with today. What I was telling you about, Argentina versus Cabo Verde. I went to the gym early this morning just so I can watch the Cabo Verde and their phenomenal goalie, Vozinha. Vozinha means elder. What is going on? My all of a sudden my YouTube wants to fall every second. Okay. Vozinha, it says in Portuguese, for those who are Portuguese speakers, shout out to folks from Curacao and St. Lucia, and all those places that speak a Creole that is based in Portuguese. But yeah, they say it stands for this phenomenal goalie, age 40, literally sprung onto the stage during this World Cup, defeating the odds, right? His first three opening matches, the Cabo Verdeans end up drawing, right? Were tied in every single match, including with mighty Spain, their opening match. And that's how he has now since gained about 17 million followers, the goalie from Cabo Verde. So he said, it's so funny, be careful what you speak because it can come to fruition. He said earlier on in an interview, Bozinha, the Cabo Verdean goalie, 40 years old, literally came off of his electrician job, work, construction site job, to be called up for his national team. And in his national debut and at the World Cup at the age of 40, he has been such a fan favorite. He, in an interview earlier in the World Cup opening matches, said his dream is to take on Messi, and it would be his honor to goalkeep and goaltend against Messi. And guess what? Today is his day. Argentina versus Cabo Verde. Now, one thing I did read in Boston, Massachusetts. This will be at 6 p.m. That's the big game today. I think Argentina versus Cabo Verde, 6 p.m. Today at 2 if you get home in time. Australia versus Egypt, yay, yay. Colombia versus Ghana, 9:30 tonight. Boy, they're going to have me up late. And then tomorrow begins the round of 16. So everybody today is still in the round of 32. It's win or go home. And then tomorrow we start the round of 16. 16 teams will be left after today, including Paraguay versus France. Ooh, I hope I'm in time, back at home in time after the barbecue from that because I want to see Paraguay, which led with an upset to make it to the round of 16 against France. When I say talent, France, Mbappe, Konate, Saliba, all of the French players. Listen, first of all, I was making a joke. I figured I was listening back to my show that I did maybe a week ago and talking about how they are reporting, where has won the World Cup since the World Cup began and how there's been no African team that has won the World Cup. But guess what? Teams like France, teams like Belgium, teams like England are, are chock full of African descendant players. So one would argue, hey, maybe there are some African World Cup victories already. So we're not gonna go too deep into that. But shout out to everybody who's been enjoying the World Cup as much as I have. I can't wait. You know what comes up next, which I'm so excited for, because we need these international gatherings to remind us that we are just human. We have so much more in common than we are different. We have lots of hospitality here in the United States. And one of the best compliments I've been seeing all over Instagram. If you are not in the World Cup algorithm in your Facebook or on your Instagram, if you don't even do Instagram or Facebook, the number one thing I've been watching and enjoying is all of the visitors from overseas coming to visit are saying how amazingly welcoming and hospitable Americans are. Listen, apparently the news overseas is not as kind to us as we like to believe. They think that I don't know. They think we're Jerry Springer. Remember, in some of these places, all they watch of Americans is Judge Judy and Jerry Springer. So you have people from Australia, people from England, people from all over are thinking that Americans are kind of like, very, very on the rough side of the tracks. Not everybody. We have a lot of people, even if you are from the rough side of the tracks, that have just good hearts and are willing to help the neighbor next to them and the stranger, right? We do have that in our ethos. So I'm glad this is bringing that back to the forefront. Once again, the underdog, my team. May I cheer for them? There are thousands of Argentinians that are arriving. Also, Miami, because the game will be here in Miami, Argentina. Cabo Verde. We are so excited to be hosting them here for this incredible match at 6 p.m. today. Now, I did read this because there are a lot of Cabo Verdeans in different parts of our country. And one of the places that there is a lot of Cabo Verdean, Cape Verde descendants and communities is in Boston. Now, listen to this according to the Griot. How you feel about this? Brockton, a suburb of Boston, this is according to thegriot.com, has one of the largest Cape Verdean communities in the country. Guess what they're doing? Massachusetts City, they are setting a curfew tonight where there is a large group of Cape Verdeans. Their community is quite large outside of Boston. And in this city, Brockton, listen to this. The Massachusetts cities with one of the largest Cape Verdean communities in the U.S. will impose a temporary curfew. I'm talking about freedom, honey. I thought we were celebrating freedom. Listen to this. The game is tonight. Is imposing a temporary curfew during the night of Cape Verde's World Cup match against Argentina today. Brockton Mayor Moises Rodriguez explained on Wednesday that a curfew will run from 10 p.m. Friday till 5 a.m. Saturday in some parts of the Boston suburb. This begins the I don't know how I feel about this. Anyway, this begins at 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's when the game begins. I'm sorry. I think this article has a misprint. In some areas, the curfew is being enforced. No one will be able to enter establishments to serve alcohol after 7 p.m. And last call will be at 9:30 p.m. Why would they expecting the Cape Verdeans to tear up their own place? Come on, guys. It's July 4th weekend. We're ready to celebrate freedom. The underdog Cape Verde will take on the big bad giant Argentina. David versus Goliath. Big up Vozinha, the 40-year-old goalie who during this tournament has gained 17 million Instagram followers. Get that money on. Get your money, bro. Once again, lineup today, Australia versus Egypt, early game, 2 p.m. My game, Argentina versus Cabo Verde, 6 p.m. And then the late game is at 9:30 p.m. where we will see Colombia versus the Black Stars, Ghana. Hey, have you been in the World Cup vibe? Your girl has been in the World Cup vibe. All right, so y'all ready to talk some news? I might have a special guest caller calling also. If she's not too busy, I wanted to give her a shout out too. None other than Minister Marion Hall. Do you guys know her? Yes, she's having a birthday party, not this Saturday, but next week, Saturday. And we have wonderful, wonderful information for you about that. She is formerly known as the dancehall performer Lady Saw. And today's program of the Suzette Speaks show is brought to you by Minister Marion Hall. She's having a birthday bash. Tickets are on sale, $50. You can follow her on Instagram. She has a flyer up with a QR code that you could scan if you would like to support her and her wonderful birthday celebration, a gospel fest. It's only $50, food on sale. Minister Marion Hall singing some of her beautiful gospel. Oh my gosh, what a change. On fire for her, Lord and Savior. And I'm so grateful again that she has sponsored today's Suzette Speaks show. Big up Minister Marion Hall, formerly known as Lady Saw, but no, on fire for Jesus. Hey, and I hope she gets a chance to call in and tell us a little bit more about her big birthday event coming up on July 10th. And the tickets are on sale. You can follow her, Minister Marion Hall, on Facebook, also on Instagram, so you can find the tickets. Also, on the top stories is, again, it's a hot, 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 hot weekend. First of all, 77 million people are supposed to be traveling. Can you imagine? I have cousins that are coming for our barbecue. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, wait. Yeah, I have cousins that are coming to our barbecue. No, they're talking about Colombia versus Ghana. That should be a good matchup as well. Your girl's not going to get much sleep with the World Cup going the way it's going. I have to stay up, especially even for the late games, and enjoy it. But I was telling you the temperature today is a record breaking temperature day across the eastern seaboard and throughout some of the interior of the country. We are experiencing now, remember, up in Washington, D.C., they're having the Great American Fair, right? So President Trump has as a part of the 250th Independence anniversary. Happy birthday, America. Tomorrow, big 250. Let's go. Celebrate freedom, celebrate community somehow. Remember, this experiment called democracy is not an easy one. It's one that is tested each and every day. We've been talking about some of the Supreme Court rulings. I'll get back to those. We talked about the actual ruling on birthright citizenship, granting, as the 14th Amendment has said in plain text, that all persons, right, born within our borders are citizens, right, of the land. It goes back to an ancient English concept of being of the land, right? Anyway, we think that for now, anyway, I don't say precedent anymore because precedent can be changed. First of all, the games last night, I stayed up and I watched, what was that, Croatia versus Portugal. Spain, now Portugal will move forward and take on Spain. But last night, big up Croatia. They tried to defend as best they could. They had a last minute and overtime go ahead goal. It seemed like it was 2-2, but the goal got called back, saying that it was offside. One might say my heart hurt for the Croatian side. Ooh wee! Can you imagine thinking you got a last minute goal and you were going to get ready for penalties or PKs? Penalty shot shootout. Then the referee do what they have, a video review and call back the goal. What a game! Some of the games have been so sweet. If you have not been watching World Cup, you're missing out. I don't know. It's been warming up my spirit. Thank you, Lord. Again, we were celebrating 250 years of American independence. We are excited about this weekend. Are you going to go watch fireworks? What you going to go do? Are you going to go what you going to do? Are you taking the kids out? Like I said, we are planning a big family gathering. Some people have a lot of families. Some people have small families. Some people want to rest. I get that too. I think sometimes we think we got to do a lot. You know, there's parks where they'll have fireworks depending on the city that you live in. But I expect this to be a big deal, this celebration tomorrow. Find something and do. Again, World Cup ratings has been a smash for Fox. It's being reported. I'm one of those people smashing the World Cup ratings. I think they said this is the highest watched World Cup ever. And then, guys, in a couple of years, we got the Olympics. We need this. America needs this. Some unity and love among each other. Some pride in who we are, the good stuff that are still a part of our wonderful heritage and recognizing the wonderful parts of our culture. Again, we always have room for improvement, but it's, I think, okay to celebrate and look at one another as brothers and sisters under this great nation's constitution. Yeah, it's an important time, and we're going to be celebrating here at Voice of the Caribbean. We'll be celebrating, of course. So, just looking at some of the headlines, we are checking out. I didn't talk about the BET Awards. You know, I didn't watch them. Drewski, a very, very popular and very viral and influential young comedian, had the honor of hosting the BET Awards. And they said it was good. He did a good job. I didn't watch it. I don't, what was I doing? I don't remember what I was doing. But I didn't watch the BET Award, but they said he did a very good job. They say Kamala Harris. Now, this is interesting, y'all. They say Kamala Harris is meeting with people like the mayor of New York, Zohran Mamdani. In I don't know, you call it reconciliatory? Is that too early to say that? But yeah, there's some movement there. I don't know what is Miss Kamala Harris doing, but apparently she's meeting with certain progressive leaders, and people are speculating. Does that mean? Take my little sip of water, my business. Does that mean she's gearing up for a run? Oh, I also have to talk about. Do you know? I've talked about on this show that unfortunately we lost on the Democratic side a candidate for governor. Once again, the Suzette Speaks show is brought to you by Minister Marion Hall. Her birthday celebration will be coming up this next Saturday, not July 4th, July 10th. Minister Marion Hall is putting together a wonderful birthday bash. You knew her back in the old days as Lady Saw, but no more. She's on fire for Jesus, preaching and healing. Oh my goodness, prophesying and all of that. She has a beautiful church, I believe in Tamarack. And she has a special location where she's going to do a concert alongside two other wonderful ladies coming up. She'll be performing along again two songstresses, I think that's correct. July 10th, tickets on sale. Follow her on all platforms. Minister Marion Hall, that's again formerly known as Lady Saw, now on fire for the kingdom. Minister Marion Hall is our wonderful sponsor of today's Suzette Speaks show. We thank her. And again, her tickets are on sale. Just check out her Facebook or check out her Instagram, Minister Marion Hall. And you can find tickets for next week. And Gospel Explosion. Yes, Minister Marion Hall's birthday celebration, July 10th. It's going to be amazing. I will be out of town, y'all. I'm so sad. I told you I will not be here the next couple of weeks, guys. I'm going on a cruise. Your girl is taking some time off for herself. Thank you, Voice of the Caribbean family, for allowing me to do that. But I'm really excited. I'm going to relax, go get the sunburn, stay up on the deck, look on the ocean, relax myself. I've been hitting the gym hard. Yes, even today I was so tired. But your girl went to the gym this morning. I went this morning particularly because I want to watch the games tonight, so I didn't want to be at the gym tonight. But also it's the holiday, and I've already done most of the shopping for my family's gathering. So your girl, I want a nap, honestly. I want to come from here, do my last little run-ins, and then take a nap. The time is now 1:26. This is the Suzette Speaks show. If you're not following me, please do, and follow us, Voice of the Caribbean, on any platform, every platform. Follow me, Suzette. Yeah, man. 1Z, 2T's, E, Suzette. Speaks with an S. Anytime. Link me and me will link you. Follow me and me follow you back. So we do it here at Voice of the Caribbean. Shout out to my Twitchies. They say I'm live on Twitch. I'm trying to figure out why they put me on Twitch. The Twitchies are, hey, we're doing everything over here. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all of that. And if you don't know what Twitch is, don't worry. It's for the young people. Have you guys been enjoying mango season? Man, I had to get my floss out this morning. I have been trying to get cute for my cruise and try to get my waistline right to get ready for vacation. And meanwhile, the mangoes are fighting me down. Shout out to Miss Lisa B, where they give me a good little batch last week. But now I pick up no more. But now I take up no more. Now let me stop lying. Y'all, I know I love a mango. Give me a Julie, give me a Susie, give me a East Indian, give me a Blackie. Give me a string, me no business. Stringing on my tea. Are you a mango aficionado like your girl? Are you a mango aficionado? Haitian mango, whoa. Maybe. Baby, where my Bahamians at? Y'all know about the mangoes? Everybody know about the mangoes? What's up with my Trini, my Guyanese? I like the green mango with little salt. No, man, me like mine sweet, overripe, not overripe, nice and medium ripe, firm still. I don't like mushy mushy. I take the mushy mushy ones. I make juice. Me make juice with them. But the other ones, honey, your girl has been defeating me. I probably would have lost about 10 pounds already, but the mango season. The mango season got me messed up, y'all. This is a Suzette Speaks show. I wanted to tell you because I have some news about somebody who was entered the governor's race, governor of Florida. Remember, when is we're doing early voting? Excuse me, early voting start August. We're in July, folks. We're voting next month. Now, one thing I've seen, and I will go over after the break, there are several candidate forums throughout Broward County, throughout Miami-Dade County, throughout Palm Beach County that will help you become more informed about who's running. We're talking about for local races. So August 18th is the primary date. The primary date is what? August 18th. That's the first time we're going to vote. And early voting starts before that, the week before that. So we want to be prepared by knowing who exactly is running. I'm talking about for a school board. I'm talking about for your state rep, your Congress people. And I want you to be informed. So there are quite a few. I even seen some tonight, some candidates forums, July 3rd. Over the weekend next week, I see National, was it the National Association of Public Administrators have one coming up. I think it's the 13th or the 14th of July. I see quite a few. You can just Google candidate forums. Some of them are even available on Zoom. We need to start getting ourselves ready, folks, for the primary elections. Elections are going to come up in August. It is, you start, see the signs around the place already, I'm sure. Them stop, put out the signs them. But when we look at it, early voting start August 8th. Woo, August 8th to 15th. By the time you blink, we'll be voting, guys. We start August 8th to 15th is the early voting mandatory period. And then election day for the primary, everybody who's registered under a party votes in the primary. So if you're a Democrat registered or Republican registered, your first day to vote is August 18th. If you are independent, non-party affiliation, you don't vote in the primary. You don't get a voice because this is all according to your party. Anyway, I got to take a quick pause for the cause. This is the Suzette Speaks show. I'll be back with a lot more right after this break.
The all-new voice of the Caribbean. Better sounding radio.
What up, y'all? We made it. Your girl just feels like she's barely hanging on. It is Friday. Is that my headphones so loud? That's the headphones are loud. I hope you're having a beautiful Friday. We got a new big old monitor. Hello. In our studio here. We're making some improvements. I'm like, let's go. It got me on Twitch with these cameras all up in my face. I turned them to the side because your girl's just not feeling like that. But I hope you have a beautiful July 4th weekend when it comes. I hope you have some fun, light some fireworks. Your girl has been working. I am the, what they say, the head cook and chief bottle washer of my family's big barbecue tomorrow. We I gotta tell the people, we got 120 burgers, 120 dogs, a 2.5 box of the big Sam's chicken. I've just bought 60 cupcakes, potato salad, baked beans, mac and cheese, and of course the Jamaican rice and peas. So we gonna be doing it big tomorrow. I can't wait till it's over. I'm in charge. So people sending me lists and money and stuff to buy, but we're gonna have a good time. I'm doing it because the ones before us did it, and we try to keep it together. Ooh, look at this. Great American State Fair postponed due to heat. What do you know? Oh, I'm going to talk about this lady. There's a Haitian American state representative who is running for, she's a state representative. Yeah, she's a state, is she a House of, yeah, state representative. But she's running for governor now. So that takes up the little thing. Representative, she running for governor. It's a big deal. It's actually 2 black women, I think, running for governor now. The other one is a teacher. I don't know much about her. Let me Google who is running for governor. Who is running for governor Florida? Also, I need to check, guys, hold on here. I need to check if this lady's going to call in. Oh, no. My cousin's not home? She got to be home. Nah, come on now. Like they want me to. This might pause for a second. Don't go nowhere. I need to text my people back because they got deliveries going. Good afternoon. How are you? Pastor Damon, do not go nowhere. I need to make a text message. Jeez Louise. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Let me see what's going on. How do I get to the text messages? I do not want to close this. Hopefully she calls her. I can only do so much. I'm on the radio. It looks like one person sent she sent food to my other cousin's house, but she didn't answer the door. I'll deal with it when I get off air. Everybody wants you to be in charge, but guys, I'm tired. They'll figure it out. So let me see who's running for. Mm-mm. A lot of people running for governor. Stop. No party affiliations. There's like 20 people. Jason Pizzo. Who are all these people withdrawn or disqualified? Ah, Democratic. It's a lot of people running for governor. I have to discuss this. So if my friend girl does not call to do her event because she's supposed to be sponsored today because I won't be here next week, anti-government protests. So the Great American Fair is postponed. I always have TV monitors up. There are three, so I'm always looking at what's happening to see if I can break some news here. I want to talk about who's running for governor. I did not know. Oh, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. This is a lot of people. This is a no party affiliation. Have people longer than the other people. Where's the Republican side? Oh, I guess those. Okay.
The voice of the Caribbean. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and YouTube.
Good afternoon and welcome back. It's the Suzette Speaks show. It is now 1:34 in the city. Wagwan, Miami. Happy birthday, United States of America, as we come together over the weekend to celebrate freedom. Hopefully celebrate unity and the real core values of the United States of America. We remember our history and understanding that it's not easy to keep a democracy together and going strong, right? We all have our right, our roles to play, right? And voting. And I was talking to you before the break about upcoming dates in voting. So welcome back. This is the Suzette Speaks show. If you're just joining me, my name is Suzette. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. If you're new here, I come on every Thursday and Friday, my favorite day of the week, Fire Friday. And we just chat, we talk news, social media trends, and of course, hot topics and news you can use, of course. Yesterday, I went over some of the new laws that went into effect July 1st. I'll keep talking about that, I think, throughout July as we start to understand what are some of the 140 new statewide laws that were passed during this remarkable legislative session. That's when all the people who we elect go to Tallahassee, represent us throughout the state, and pass bills that become law if they're signed into law by the governor. So we had 140 new ones, and I went over some yesterday. So if you missed the show, you missed some of that. So I will continue to talk about that. But I want to talk about who's running for governor. Listen. This is important, guys, because as I tell you, there are so many candidate forums. Go to one, figure out where you live, and I'll just tell you that this program, the Suzette Speaks show, and its opinions are reflecting those of the host and our guests and callers, and don't necessarily reflect that of our station's ownership and management. So keep that under advisement as you continue to listen and form your own opinion. As I was telling you before the break, there is a big election coming up this year. We call it the midterms, right? In between the 4 years of the presidential election, in between, we have every 2 years what we call the midterms. And there are a lot of people that are elected at this time. One of the people in the state of Florida that's elected during the midterm cycle is the governor. The governor of the state of Florida is elected not on the presidential year, but during the midterm year, right? Every 2 years, 2 years after the presidential election, and 2 years in between, because remember the president serves 4 years. So we don't get our governor the same time as the president, we do it in between. So because this is a gubernatorial meaning election for governor, because this is a gubernatorial year, who is running for governor matters. So I'm going to go over some of the names, but I told you already On a very sad note, sadly, one of the gentlemen who was running out of Orlando, the former police chief and current mayor of Orange County, Jerry Demings, a decorated police chief and officer, and a person who was really committed to public service, stepped out of the governor's race. Now, he was the only African American on the Democratic side, man, to be in the race, but he has disclosed about, we discussed it here about 3 weeks ago, that he has a diagnosis of prostate cancer and he wants to focus on getting better and fighting the cancer with his family support. But now we have another African American. Uh, Now, this was a big surprise to me. I didn't know she was interested. She comes from the Florida State House of Representatives. She's one of those people that help make the laws in the House of Representatives. And she's a Haitian American background. She is a lawyer. She actually went to law school with one of my cousins up at Georgetown. Very smart woman. Do you know Dottie Joseph or Dottie Joseph? Dottie Joseph recently declared that she is now running for governor. So let's go over who's in the race. We'll start with the Republicans. So on the Republican side, who's currently declared running for governor? So this includes Lieutenant Governor. I never even knew this person's name. I'm just gonna be in full disclosure now. This I pride myself as being a person that tries to stay informed. Okay, I don't know everything. My life is still happening. You know, life comes at you fast. So if you're not paying attention, don't. I'm not judging you because I am paying attention, and there's still several people's names and positions I missed. Now I remember when the former Lieutenant Governor, what's her name, Nunez, she was given or appointed, however that went, as the president of FIU, Florida International University. So I remember when Lieutenant Governor Nunez left. I always remember Ron DeSantis, governor, and his running mate was Nunez. Now, I didn't realize the name of the person and who had taken over her slot when she became the president of FIU. Well, I learned that watching the news Sunday. Guess what his name is? Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins. Where have I been? He's a former state senator, and he was appointed lieutenant governor August 25. So from last year when, what's her first name? Is it Janet Nunez? Or I'll just say former Lieutenant Governor Nunez was appointed as president of FIU University, Florida International University. Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins stepped in. I did not know that. Okay, so he's running for governor. The second in command, Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins, is a Republican. Also a Republican is United States Congressman Byron Donalds. Now, there are many people who have a problem with Mr. Donalds not committing to any debates before the August 18th primary. They're saying, there are many Republicans saying, hey, Mr. Donalds, come on the stage. Face us head to head. Let the voters for themselves see us side by side. Oh boy, this is what's happening. Breaking news: the Great American State Fair in Washington, D.C. has been postponed due to record-breaking heat temperatures. This is hot off the presses. I'm watching NBC News now in the studio right here in beautiful, sunny Miami, Wagwan, South Florida, Wagwan. It's a July 4th, 250th birthday for America weekend. Trump is going to headline a celebration at Mount Rushmore. Interesting. And the other big news of the day, this is the social media trending news, is everybody thinks that who's getting married? Does anybody know who's getting married in New York City? I'll give you a hint. At Madison Square Garden, there's been a lot of speculation about this. Everything we know about who? Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are rumored to be getting married today. Do you care? Oh boy, the life of a celebrity. Anyway, they're saying that there's going to be a huge wedding. People are not confirming it's going to happen. It's the worst kept secret ever. But there's so much speculation that Taylor Swift. Are you a Swiftie? I'm not. I'm a Beyonce stan. But yeah, so I mean, she's not bad, but I'm not gonna say I'm a Swiftie like that. But I'm woman working hard and breaking through in the industry is also an amazing thing. So anyway, Taylor Swift and her beau, Travis Kelce, are rumored to be getting married today in Washington, D.C. No, in Madison Square Gardens in New York City during the big July 4th, 250th anniversary celebration. So anyway, she's smart because Madison Square Garden don't have any windows, and you can kind of make it semi-private for you and your guests. I get it why she would do it in there. Anyway, If that's what's going to happen. It's only alleged. We don't know, right? It's only be a rumor. But many people believe that's what's happening up there in New York City. So again, the Great American State Fair look like it's being closed or at least postponed for right now due to extreme heat in Washington D.C. They don't want nobody to pass out and fall out. So I get it. If you are going to be outside like yours truly tomorrow, we're having a barbecue. Let me tell you, I have 120 burger, 120 hot dog, 2.5 box of chicken. We are when we do big. Let me tell you, we celebrate. And so we're gonna be at the park. So if you're outside, we're gonna put. I think my auntie said she got one of them bigger industrial fans. We're gonna do some fans outside. I bought handheld fans for everybody, not the electric one. I ain't got it like that, but like regular the fans that you fan yourself with. I bought about 25 of them because I know it's gonna be hot, right? Lots of water, ice as well. If you're gonna be outside or at the pool or at the beach, make sure you're taking your sunscreen, make sure you stay hydrated and that you have a cool spot in the shade to cool off, y'all. It's going to be very hot. So we are also know that this is going to be one of the major travel weekends. I even have several cousins last minute from Chicago, from Atlanta that's flying in. Yeah, everybody's thinking about, you know what, life is short. Let's get it. Let's go see our people. 77 million people will be traveling throughout the weekend. So pack your patience. If you are going to be on these roads, don't be mad. I've let several people bad drive me and didn't even say nothing. I'm proud of myself. But your girl, as I stated, if we have a special guest that can call in now, she can call in. Minister Marion Hall, like I said, the time check is 1:44. Today's Suzette Speaks show is brought to you by Minister Marion Hall. She has a wonderful birthday bash coming up next week, Saturday, July the 10th. And it is going to be a concert and gospel fest featuring the woman formerly known as Lady Saw, turning her life over to Jesus. She's giving you a full gospel experience with two other wonderful performers joining her. Food will be on sale. Tickets are on sale. You can visit her web. Actually, I think Instagram. Follow her on Instagram, Minister Marion Hall, and you'll see the tickets up there. You'll see the page where she has posted, and there's a QR code where you can scan to get the tickets, and she has information of where you can sell the tickets as well. Minister Marion Hall, big up yourself. Happy early birthday, my darling. I would be there, but I will be out of town. I will be gone, guys, for the next 2 weeks. Just so you know, I'm going on a girls trip. I'm going to Europe. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'll tell you all about it when I get back. But yeah, your girl has been pumping the iron, saving up the coins, and getting ready for a vacay. And I'm really, it's just coming at the right time after this weekend with all this running up and down with family and planning all of this wonderful, food and festivities. I'll need the break, trust and believe. So I'm excited for that. But before we go, I do want to get to the governor race. The governor's race, again, the first time we'll be voting, guys, is August 18th. August 18th. August 18th. Put that on your calendar. Early voting starts August 5th. All right, so we're going to think about who we're going to vote for. I told you there is a lot of different candidates for him. Now, I have him on my phone. My phone is with my YouTube right now. My YouTube. Shout out to Smooth Approach. Shout out to Pastor Damon Bassett and everybody else watching on the YouTube side. Hit the like button. Shout out to the Voice of the Caribbean Twitchies. If you're watching on Twitch, shout out to you. And the Facebook folks, everybody on, just listening in your car or on the app. Pick up everybody on the app. Remember, Voice of the Caribbean is the app. Take us wherever you go. Download us from the App Store, please and thank you. If you're an Android like me, or if you know what is that other one? The iStore, Apple Store. Go get the app, y'all. That's how I listen to my old radio station most days. When I'm walking, when I'm jogging, when I'm at the gym, whatever. We got the best DJs. We play the best mixes. It's a Fire Friday. It's a July 4th weekend. It's a Happy Birthday America weekend. 250 years. Whether you agree with everything what happened, again, we have our good and we have our bad. But we have our freedom. Thank God for freedom. A lot of people would love to live in this country. Trust and believe. You think of problems in America? No, baby. We got problems everywhere. And other people would love to switch places with you and take up your bills and your problems. Just remember that. We have some of the best food. We have some of the best natural resources. When you look at this wonderful, wonderful state of Florida, when it comes to our ecology, there are some beautiful springs. Go outside. Go explore. Have you ever been tubing on the Itchney-Tuckney? When I was in college, I remember doing tubing. They have natural springs, waterfalls. Have you ever been to St. Augustine? Man, even in Palm Beach, not even. In Palm Beach, have you been to the Morokai Museum, the Japanese museum there? that was dedicated, I think, after World War II, and it has a collection of cherry blossoms just like they have in Washington, D.C. Broward County, you have some wonderful Broward County parks and preserves. The Ann Cole Preserve, some beautiful waterfront. Places like the Eula Johnson Park, formerly known as, I forget who, whatever they called it before, but Eula Johnson Park in Dania. I mean, there is some natural beauty all around us. Take advantage of that freedom. If you have the day off today, make sure you exercise uh, caution again because of the weather. It's hot. We have a record heat this weekend. Just keep that in mind. But bring your water walker, pack your ice, pack a towel for cool off, so you can wet it, put it over your head, put it around your neck, and all that. If you want shopping, retailers are offering some major discounts over the holiday weekend. You know how it go. But whatever you do, celebrate your freedom and give thanks. Give thanks. We live in a free country for now. We're gonna try to preserve it. Hey, so besides Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins and United States Representative Byron Donalds, who people are saying won't debate everybody, he has been endorsed by President Trump. Byron Donalds, I think, is he half Jamaican? Did I hear that Byron Donalds? Are we claiming him? Praise God. Is that true? Let me look that up. Congressman Byron Donalds, Republican. James Fishback, Republican, an investment firm chief executive officer, is also declared for governor. On the Republican side, Paul Renner, former House Speaker. I didn't know that. Paul Renner is running. So we hear Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins, Republican. United States Congress Representative Byron Donalds, Republican, who was elected in the U.S. House in 2020, has declared for governor. Republican James Fishback, an investment firm chief executive officer. And I see also Paul Renner. Let's talk about the non-party affiliation. There is a lot of people running for governor that are write-ins. I did not know this. I told you who were some of the NPAs we should mention. Let's say State Senator Jason Pizzo is running for governor. No party affiliation. The list is so long. When we get this ballot for August 18th, you better know who you're running. Try to do your homework from now, folks. No party affiliation. I can't even pronounce some of these names, but I'm just going to name them really quickly. Dean Abrams, Charles Burkett, Jeffrey Datto. I know some of the names. I can't tell you from where. Moliere Di Manchi. Moliere Di Manchi. Desmond Meade. Really? Desmond Meade. From the, is it the Equal Justice Project? What do they call it? Desmond Meade? The Rights Restoration Project. The people that try to give people who've gone to jail or gone to prison, returning citizens as we call them, back the right to vote. Wow, Desmond Meade is running. I'm learning something today. Jason Pizzo, as I stated, state senator. Frank Russo, Jason Weiner, Kathy Anderson, and David DeJesus, or DeJesus. These are the non-party affiliates. And now getting over to the Democratic side, I told you that former police chief in Orlando and current mayor of Orange County, who has now dropped out because of his diagnosis, sadly. But he's a fighter. We had Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings, African-American man, who was previously county sheriff before his election as mayor in 2018, but he has now dropped out, so he's out. We have David Jolly, who is a former Republican United States congressperson from Florida's 13th congressional district, now running as a Democrat, David Jolly. Now, this is what's interesting. We're going to get to the young lady who I mentioned before, Steph, Haitian American. And there's another African American woman who is running too, who is a former teacher on the Democratic side. So on the Democratic side running for governor, we have Evelyn Castillo-Bach. I have no idea who these people are. I'm just going to say the names. I'm just going to say the names that are listed on Ballotpedia accordingly. This is from Ballotpedia. Evelyn Castillo-Bach on the Democratic side. These are Democratic primary governor candidates. The following candidates are running in the Democratic primary for governor of Florida on August 18th. This is when you get a chance, if you're registered as a Democrat or registered as a Republican, to vote for these people. You also have Tomas Fernandez. You have Dana Foster. I've met her. She's a teacher, African-American woman teacher, Dana Foster. Visit their website, folks. I'm not endorsing them, but visit their website and figure out if this is a person that you think is prepared to lead the state of Florida, Dana Foster. We also have, like I said, former Republican congressman, now Democrat David Jolly, who I think has been endorsed by many of the establishment in the Democratic Party. You have Stefan Norman. I don't know who that is, but the newcomer to this race for governor, who I find very interesting, is State House of Representative member from North Miami, Haitian American attorney, and Florida House of Representative member Dottie Joseph. Like I saw it announced maybe a week or two ago on her Facebook. And in full disclosure, I know Dottie because we're both lady lawyers around town, right? I'm an attorney, if you didn't know that. Suzette Speaks. Yes, I practice personal injury law, civil law. So if you ever get in a car accident or if you have any kind of injury, whether it's on the job or at an establishment or while driving, you can reach out to me, right? I DM me, call me, or leave a message here at the station for me, 850-446-0562. I also handle medical malpractice cases. So that's a bigger type of case where people get injured, but in the medical setting. Unfortunately, there are a lot of times where mistakes happen, and sometimes they're preventable and sometimes they're not, right? But if they are, and you think there's something that happened that maybe gave you a more negative outcome, you can always call me and we'll do a free case assessment. But other than that, let's get back to Representative Dottie Joseph, Democrat candidate for governor. Now, this is according to our website, dottiejoseph.com. Representative Dottie Joseph is a proven public servant whose leadership has always been rooted in a simple belief: when government puts people before politics, every Floridian has the opportunity to thrive. After 4 terms serving in the Florida House of Representatives, Dottie says she knows one thing with certainty: Florida deserves leadership that puts people first. She says she's running for governor because she believes our state is strongest when every family has the opportunity to succeed, every child has access to a quality education, and every worker can earn a living wage. And every community has a government that listens. And I thought this was very interesting, the shake up in the gubernatorial race from the Democrats. A well-known, especially in South Florida. I don't know how she will do in North Florida, Central Florida. I'm sure she's hitting the pavement and headed up to the different parts of the state. Remember, this is for governor, which is for all of Florida. And it's hard to campaign sometime in Florida. We have a very big state. We have a very long state. You know, you have a drive out of Miami. You have a drive out of Broward County or out of Palm Beach for go out of Florida to drive to Georgia, for example, or Atlanta. Florida is a long state. It takes a lot of money and a lot of gas, a lot of miles to campaign statewide. It's not easy, right? We're a big state. So I don't know how viable her chances are. Again, I just realized her new entrance into the gubernatorial race. But as I stated, now is the time, folks. Now is the time to start to get oneself educated and informed about the candidates. Now, when I get back from my vacay, I'm telling you guys, if you're just joining, I'm headed out for the next 2 weeks. I'll be on a cruise, so I'll miss you. I think Humble Lion will be filling in for me, keeping us going strong. But I will be out for the next couple weeks. So if you hear, Humble Lion during my time slot, don't worry. It's all good. I'm really appreciative of him. But when I get back, we're going into some candidate interviews, right? We're going to have some candidate interactions because there's a lot of people who do not know who is running and what they stand for. I had cousins who are, again, everybody's working hard, just trying to survive. And the cost of living in South Florida is so high. A lot of people, they can't barely keep their head above water. So I get it. So when it comes to voting, they're like, what? Who? Huh? I know people are confused about the property tax initiative that will be on the ballot. We're going to have to talk about this. So once I come back, we're going to start some series about, informing you who the candidates are, and we'll decide on the format on whether everybody comes on. We give everybody 5 minutes just to introduce themselves to you because we want you to know who is running and who would be the best for the job. Remember, this is the 250th anniversary of American independence. United States population has grown 137 times since 1776. We have 6 generations alive for America 250. Think about that, 6 generations. 850,000 fireworks will be set off. 850,000 fireworks. Listen, 62% of Americans are planning some sort of cookout. Listen, a lot of places, depending on your city, go check it, might be having like a block party and whatnot. We have a lot to celebrate. Again, there's so much we want improved. Don't get me wrong. We have a ways to go, but we are also celebrating the freedoms. They say, what is the number one holiday drink? Beer. How many hot dogs do you think Americans will eat during July 4th? 150 million. 47% of Americans say corn on the cob is their top side dish. Red, white, and blue pocket rocket popsicles are the most popular. They were invented in 1955. You know what I'm talking about? Those red, white, and blue icy slushy. We're gonna have some. We have to buy some ice cream for tomorrow. I wish everybody a happy and safe weekend. This is America 250. America has been around celebrating now 250 years of democratic republic, right? And we have a lot to be thankful for. Again, no place, no country is perfect. But I have told you, if you are watching online, some of the reactions by our from across the pond and from overseas, a lot of the foreigners who are here visiting, they are enjoying America. They are enjoying American people. They think we the bomb.com. They keep saying they couldn't believe Americans are so nice because it's only Jerry Springer and Judge Judy. They're showing them overseas. They think everybody is Jerry Springer. If you play Jerry Springer and Maury Povich every day in Australia, that's how they think we are. No, they're enjoying American culture, hospitality. I saw my favorite, Norway's top striker, Erling Haaland, in a cowboy boots and hat outfit getting to know Texas. We have a lot to celebrate and a lot of culture, and food is a big part of American culture. Trust and believe me. They can't stop talking about how big the food is and how tasty the food is and how much. Listen, that's why we all be on Fox. Anyway, thank you guys for rocking with me again. I'll be gone for a couple of weeks, after which I will be back. I will be back after a nice cruise vacation. But I pray you and yours has a wonderful and safe and happy July 4th when it comes. Remember, take us here wherever, take us with you wherever you go. Voice of the Caribbean is an app in your app store. And today's Suzette Speaks show was brought to you by Minister Marion Hall. Minister Marion Hall's birthday celebration will be coming up next week, Saturday, July 10th. Get tickets now. Follow her, Minister Marion Hall. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great July 4th.
Voice of the Caribbean, better sounding radio.
Have a great 4th, y'all. Your girl gotta go shopping one more again.
All new voice of the Caribbean.
WLYF 101.5 FM, HD2 Miami.
Have a good night.
Simulcasting on 96.9 FM, the voice of the Caribbean. WLYF HD2 Miami, 101.5 HD2.
I get my hair done Monday. Get my hair done Monday for vacay, honey. So you're gonna see a new Suzette. I'll probably try to post clips if I can or any type of reels. But have a happy 4th, y'all. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all support. Take care.